For 3D print number 2, you're going to be printing out your chess piece that you created using the revolve feature. One thing I want to point out is when you pull up the reflection sheet, the first thing it's going to ask you is about the volume of your chess piece. Now, a lot of you guys may not know where to find the volume, so we're going to talk about that right now. So if I go over to my browser, the very top piece represents the part. If I right-click that, I come up with the submenu and go down and click Properties. Now, when you get to Properties, there's several tabs here. I want you to go over to Physical and click that. Now, I've already updated it, but the first thing you need to do is click this Update button, and it will populate all these fields here. Now, within these fields, we see some familiar titles here, probably from math class, hopefully. I have mass, area, volume. And down here I have some things called principal, global, center of gravity. We'll get into these things later. I want you to focus on this area right now, mass, area, and volume. So these represent essentially the measurements of the size, the area, the volume, whatever you want to call it, how big this object is, how much space it takes up, and depending on the material, how heavy it would be, the mass, essentially. So I ask you for the volume, and this is what I'm looking for, this 12,304.53 millimeters cubed, right? That's what you need to pull this up, do a quick calculation, and see if you're within 1% of this. And then if you are, great, go ahead and print. And if you're not, I want you to go back in your drawing and figure out where you didn't line up, what errors were there in your revolve, what omissions, maybe information you didn't put in, maybe you put in some of the wrong information, maybe you just guessed to make it work. Well, I want you to go back and fix that if that's the case. So if you're within 1% of this, and you can do a quick divide operation and find out, then take your next steps from there. If you guys have any questions, feel free and see me about that.